goodness, y'all. Oh my goodness. I need y'all to hurry up and get in here. Get in here and hurry up and close the door. When I tell you I couldn't believe my ears, oh my goodness. Oh, my blood pressure is going up. Man, oh man, if it's not one thing, it's another. Did y'all hear what's the latest and the greatest? They are saying, honey, Ray J, he is busting out the seams, girl. Hey, Edna, come up here, honey. That's my best friend. Edna, come up here. That's my best friend, y'all. Edna, can you come up here and help me with this commentary? I love hanging out with my best friend. How y'all doing? I need y'all to get in here. Hey, only lovely love. What's going on, man? Y'all got to be careful out here in these streets because these men ain't right. These men is not right. No wonder why wasn't Ray J just in the news putting hands on women, on his wife. He was putting hands on his wife. And he told Princess, he said, bitch, I take your, he said, I take you out of here. And Princess, his wife, girl, it's documented. I'm not making nothing up. You could go watch this. She was so scared. And he did it in front of the kids, y'all. Ray J is reckless and he's been reckless. And you know what else they're saying? And I'm sorry, I'm just babbling off the mouth because, girl, they are emailing me. I got some stuff from my email that people been sending me, and I want to tell y'all what's going on. Okay? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. No wonder why Ray J don't like women, because he want to be with a man. Oh. He want to be with a man. It makes sense. That's why he be doing all the gay shows and all that stuff. I said, what in the world is going on? He was just on video with other gay men talking about getting his groceries ate up. Girl, what in the type? Man, just come on out the closet already. I don't understand, but let me tell y'all, he done came out and said, Diddy, oh my goodness, I can't believe I'm about to say this. I'm about to throw up. Oh my God, I can't take it. I can't take it. I'm about to throw up. Oh God. You know what? I never thought I'd see the day. Well, I would have to say some nasty stuff like this online. And it's so gross. And I'm so mad that I even gotta talk about it. But here we are. Oh, he said, this come out his mouth, that Diddy was going into his back door. And you know that thing is small. You know, they said Diddy got a Tootsie Roll. Oh, God. He got a Tootsie Roll. But you know what? I think he used some toys. Yeah, I think he got a big old toy. He like a lesbian. Because you know they say them lesbians, right? They want to feel like a man. So what do? They go get them toys, right? 12 inches, 15 inches. And they take downtown. Yeah. And man. Okay. And it remind me of Meek Mills. And you know what Meek Mills and Ray J got in common? They both dark skinned. Diddy like them dark too. Yeah. You know what? He like them all flavors, actually. That's why they call him the flavor camp. You know, he had a homosexual camp for musicians where he'll turn them out. The sacrifice booty camp. They call it the flavor camp. You know what that means. Uh-huh. So Ray J said that he was digging in his, oh my God. Oh, honey, he started shitting on himself. Okay. Diarrhea and things. Okay. God damn. Did he have Taco Bell that day? Damn. Okay. Man, he had too many damn beans, okay? That's his problem. And you know what? I think Diddy took it from him. And I don't know if he liked it or not. But Diddy had him in a buck. Take that, take that, take that, take that, take that, take that. And Ray J came out with it, and he said he took it, and he had him going. You know what I'm saying? And I believe they've been lovers and freaking off for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of these homosexuals, they don't do monogamy. They don't believe, girl, go into the gay community. They don't believe in monogamy. All the gay relationships, they be in and out with different men, girl. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. So, honey, then they were saying, see, Diddy and Clyde is working together to get Whitney out, and they use Ray J allegedly. See, I'm talking too much. Don't bring that. Don't bring it up right now. Okay. Okay. I didn't mean to. It just kind of slipped out. Okay. They said don't talk about it. They looking at me right now. They said they nodding their head. They said don't talk about that Clyde Davis and setting up right now. It's not the time. Okay. They said don't talk about it right now. My God. Yeah. Snoop Dogg. I'm looking in the comments now. Snoop Dogg, he involved too, girl. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Whew, it's so much we got to talk about. It's so much we got to talk about. Oh my God. And they all have compromised, right? Press 7 if they all are compromised. They have compromised their whole. Ooh, and didn't Terrence Howard warn us? What did he say? He said, once you lose your manhood, it's a wrap. Damn. Is any straight man alive? Hell. Man, they coming after the straight men, ain't they? Ooh, baby. And they said, Diddy, honey, he would get a lot of women beards like Cassie. Remember what they said what Cassie would do? Tell me what they said Cassie would do. Tell me what they said Cassie do. They said, Cassie girl, she would go down to the straight clubs, right? And she was a Jezebel, honey. She was a lusting spirit. And she'll get those men, you know? And I guess because the men, they're part of Jezebel too. Because, Jezebel is a spirit. Jezebel is not a woman because in the spirit realm, ain't no women, ain't no men. You don't got no genitals in the spirit realm. It's just spirit. So a Jezebel spirit can get into a man or a woman. It don't matter. Anyway, honey, she went down there with that Jezebel spirit, seducing them straight men. Said, come on, you gonna get this twine. Okay. They get to Diddy house, honey. They think they about to take Cassie down. Uh-uh. 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 Hell no. See, the trick of the devil. The trick of the devil. They start drinking that drink. Man, ooh, they said them brothers next morning, they woke up with their whole soul. Yeah. He rammed that thing back up in there. And that remind me of Little Rod. Because Little Rod, he said that happened to him plenty of nights. He'll wake up around women. That's how they get you. They gonna get some women that's probably Jezebel or whores, prostitutes. They're gonna lure your ass in. Woo! You shouldn't have been lusting, nigga. It pays to sit your ass down somewhere and be married, okay? And just really love on the one woman. It pays for that. If you are out here and you're not married and you're out here doing all this stuff, you're going to have to pay a heavy price, So, honey, yeah, it's sad, but it is what it is. So Ray J going back to him. And guess what? I forgot to tell y'all. They said, oh shit, Jay-Z, you next, buddy. Yeah, they said Jay-Z is next. Did y'all know that? Woo! I didn't want to believe it, girl. Did you know they was calling him Gay Z? Oh my God. I said, what? They said Gay Z. I said, hell no. I don't believe this shit. How is a gay man with Beyonce? Okay, that's not fair. That's not fair. How is a gay man allegedly? Everything I say is allegedly. Girl, how a gay man got a beautiful woman? I guess they saying that she's a beard. I don't know. And then I said, well, damn, if she's a beard and he not hitting that, is that why they say she didn't have that pregnancy for real? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Woo-wee, but it's so much. Do y'all believe that shit? I said, I don't know, honey. I'm still on the verge. I need to see the tapes, but they said they got the tapes. Jay-Z, his ass in the tapes too, allegedly. I don't know, allegedly. And that's why his ass so quiet. Why he's so quiet? Everybody in hip hop talking about him. And then they said 50 Cent. Why 50 Cent left Jay-Z out them documentaries, huh? Something up with that, okay? Yeah, they said 50 Cent, honey. I know y'all love him, but they say he get down too, honey. Yeah, he get his groceries ate too. And Vivica Fox even said that. All the men are compromised. And they keep on telling y'all they don't want no damn woman. They want another man. They want another man. They want another man. Honey, honey. Okay. Hey. Hey, OG. OG, shut up. When I tell y'all, OG Patricia came up here yesterday and shut it down. They loved her as always. OG, you are more than welcome to come up here and tell us how you feel about this. Ray J then came out and I know some of y'all want to feel like he's joking, but that is not a joke. Ain't no straight man gonna joke like that. Ain't no straight man gonna joke. Do y'all know many straight men that will come out and joke about somebody going into his sacred hole and just making a mockery of that, of his manhood, and want that reputation on him? You know, once you get that homosexual reputation on you, you can't get that shit off of you. You know that, right? Ain't no going backs. Ain't nobody playing like that. Okay, shit. People get toe tagged for and saying that to somebody else. That's an insult. So I don't know. You know, press one. Do y'all know many straight men that's gonna play like that? And tell the world that he bent over and he's compromised his whole, huh? Press one if you know him. Press seven. Hell no. Hell no. To the no, no, no. Hell no. Hell, nigga, what you doing? What you doing? What are you doing? Uh-huh. You ain't know about 50 Cent, girl? Okay, we got somebody, they said they didn't know that about 50 Cent. Let me ask the chat. Honey, do 50 Cent like his backdoor play with? Huh? Do he like a little wiggle wiggle there, wiggle 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 where? Okay, and you notice 50 Cent don't got no wife. Why don't 50 Cent got a wife? If you supposed to be a straight man, you supposed to be married and have a beautiful wife. Hell, he can get anybody beautiful. 50 Cent, he is ugly, but it don't matter if you ugly when you're a man and you got a lot of money. You know that don't care. You know women don't care about you being ugly when you got some money. Hell, but he don't want no woman. That's the thing. But you know, that's his choice, you know? Whatever, whatever. But yeah, okay. Press 9 if you remember when they have openly talked about, and he even brought it up. He said Vivica Fox loved to eat men's back door. She loved to go into that shithole. She loved the funk of it. She loved the stank of it. I don't know if he pooped and it just turned around. She just get on her knees and come on, daddy. Come on, daddy. I don't know if she just like to eat that shit up, clean them up. But he said, yeah, she does that, and she does it very well. And that was that. That thing is the thing. You know what I mean? I don't know if they went to Hollywood and they just got turned out like that, or they always been like that. What is it? Did they just get to Hollywood and just all of a sudden they just want to try shit new? I don't know. But honey, it is. That's just what happened. Now, can I get the likes up? Can I get the likes up? Y'all need the likes. Okay. Now, what you saying, Claudia? Claudia said something to me. Okay, what you saying? Claudia said, not necessarily, Gigi. He may not want marriage. He want to play the field and not settle with one woman. That's not what a real man does. A real man settle down. A real man want to be with a woman. A real man want to be able to provide for a woman and to want to provide for some kids. That's what a real man is, okay? So if he's out here playing a field, and I already told y'all, if these men got multiple baby mamas and he out here whoring out with all those men, that is a telltale time he want to be with another man, and he's probably freaking off with other men behind, and he disguised with all these women. So you can't even tell. Okay? And y'all get tricked like you want to if you want to. Fuck it, you know? Hell, I don't give a damn if you with a gay dude or a download dude. That's on you. Shit, I don't get that ain't my issue, honey. I'm just telling you. But I'm not pressed about it. Please don't think I'm pressed. If that's what you do, that's what you do. You know, I go out and I see women with gay men all the time. You know, I see it all the time. Whatever makes you happy, you know, whatever makes you happy. And somebody said transgenders no more. And yes, honey, I am a transgender. So I do know more. I know all the secrets. I know the stuff that goes on where the transgenders talk about in whispers and the prostitutes whispers and the gay boys whispers. I have the intel that you guys do not know. I know, okay? And before I was a transgender, I used to be a gay dude. Before I was a gay dude, I used to be a straight dude. So I have many lives. I got many names and many faces. I have experience you do not have, okay? Now get these likes up. Let's get the likes up. Oh my goodness. All right, so let's stick on these celebrities. Let's get these likes up. Let's get the likes up and heart my shit. Keep hearting, keep hearting. And guess what? On this live, I will be going on to other YouTubers, and I want to hear what they got to say, and I want to look at their comment section because I think it's very telling. But did y'all know Diddy, the oh, I can't say this word. Okay, the Offspring collection. Can I say that? Do y'all know what I say when I want the men Offspring? Okay, the Offspring collection. I can't say the word, but the Offspring. You know, before it goes and hit that egg, what is that? Okay, that's what I'm calling the Offspring. He got an Offspring collection. Do you know what that is? Let me tell y'all. When these men and you, they got a lust problem. They're lusting. And see, y'all haven't raised the men right because they so lustful. They feel of Jezebel. So, honey, they said Diddy, he's lusty, 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 lusty. So you know what that means. He's sitting up in his room. You know what I'm saying? Playing that. You know what? Playing it. Playing the game on himself. Producing offspring. He's playing the game producing offspring. Okay? Do y'all get what I'm saying? And I don't know if he's videotaping it, but he's playing the game producing offspring. And I got to talk in code for several different reasons. One, so I won't get sued. Two, so YouTube won't be like, you know, I'm doing too much. You know what I'm saying? But honey, he's playing the game by himself, producing offspring. Yes, he is. And they said it's a collection. Yeah, it's a collection of it. And it's tapes. It's a collection of tapes where he's playing a game by himself and he's producing all these offsprings. And Ray J knows about this tape. They are saying that sources inside Homeland Security say Ray J has delivered a UBS label booty juice. Okay. I don't know if it's called booty juice or body juice, but this is what I'm hearing. Okay. The same night, Diddy prison date mysteriously moved again. Okay. So I don't know who they got on a booty juice USB cord. I don't know if they got certain, you know, judges or certain who knows to say, hey, I don't know what they're using it for. I don't know why they gave it or why that's even in these documents that I'm receiving. But honey, I'm getting some intel behind the scenes, okay? And also they told me this. Diddy ritual Dove bleed on Jay-Z contract. And see, they talk to me in riddles. So I'm just breaking this down. Diddy ritual Dove bleed on Jay-Z contract. Q of day 26 saw it. I don't know what the hell that means. Do y'all know what that means? Huh? Okay, I'm getting these riddles. Listen. What do you guys think it means? Diddy ritual dove bleed on Jay-Z contract. Q of day 26 saw it. So I'm assuming day 26 saw something. And because he saw it, is that why they drugged him with the drug tranquilizer? And that's why they did different stuff that he sees something he ain't supposed to see. And they tried to wipe his memory by doing a sacrifice. He does ritual with doves. Who does ritual with doves? See, y'all got to break this down. Who does ritual with doves, Trinity? I'm not sure exactly what that means, but I'm breaking it down to you guys, and maybe you guys can help me with these transcripts that I'm getting behind the scenes, okay? All right. And it says, and you guys know a lot of the LGBT people, they are upset with America right now. So a lot of them in Hollywood, and y'all know a lot of the gays and transgenders, they're moving out the country. Press two if you know they're moving out the country because of Trump. So what does that mean? That means that they are willing to tell the secrets to burn the place down. They feeling like, fuck it. If I'm leaving America, I'm going to expose X, Y, and Z for whatever reason. I don't know what beef they be having beef behind the scenes with each other, honey. I'm just getting different tips, allegedly. Okay, I'm just getting different tips, allegedly. To blind allegedly Diddy into dark magic. Oh, is that what that is? See, I didn't know about that because I'm not informed with that magic. But also, Q swears Diddy slit a white bird over a 1999 Rockefeller contract to seal the oath, and Jay-Z signed it in blood the very next morning, allegedly. Ain't that deep? Ain't that deep? Press 7 if that's some deep shit. Ooh, I'm scared, girl. I'm scared. Girl, I'm scared. Have y'all heard about this? Press 3 if you've never heard about this shit. Press 4 if you have heard. Okay, I need to know. Hell, am I by myself? Have y'all heard about this or have y'all not heard about this? I'll read it again. Allegedly, Q swears Diddy slit a white bird over a 1999 Rockefeller contract to seal the oath, and Jay-Z signed in blood the very next morning, allegedly. Okay. Yes, time after time. Okay, so you have heard this, Trinity. This is the first time I'm hearing this shit, so it's scaring me, girl. And can we get the likes up, y'all? Let's get these likes up, all right? Man, if that don't sound scary as hell, ooh, that sounds scary. So I guess that's why they have to do the conquerlizer and they have to sacrifice Q whole, his manhood. He saw too much. And if you saw too much, honey, they probably, have to sacrifice his whole or did something in him. And maybe that's why he's so messed up today and he don't know what happened because they did a ritual, a magical spiritual ritual that can erase your memory. And if y'all believe in Christianity, Christianity is nothing but supernatural stuff in there. You got snakes talking, you got a whole bunch of stuff that's not natural. So, a lot of people that believe in religion or different stuff, they believe in a supernatural, they believe in spirit realm and all that stuff. So, if that is true, then it is true. It is true. If God gave the angel Lucifer is an angel, a fallen angel. If he allowed him um power and dominion over the earth realm to do what he want to do, God allowed it, God willed it, then I'm sure Satan is probably giving people dark magic, right? Because they said Satan, he is very powerful. You know what I'm saying? He came from God. God created that individual. So it is very much possible. I know some people may not believe it. And if you don't believe, then I don't fault you. That's your belief. I'm not gonna try to twist your arm and try to make you feel some that way. Shit, it don't matter. Okay, so let's move on. Let me see the comments first. Why did God allow him to do that? I don't question. I don't know, child. You're going to have to ask God. Talk to him. Shit. Or talk to God. Shit. It's a spirit. It's the energy. It ain't no man or woman. Just talk to God. Shit. You should know God, hell. But I don't know. All right, let's move on. I don't want to get too much into religion. So, another note I have: Jay-Z wore a wire for Ray J. I'm sorry, Ray J wore a wire for Jay-Z. That's why his ass story leaked. Ooh, Ray J wore a wire for Jay-Z. That's why his ass story leaked. They say FBI docs list in R. Norwood as a cooperating witness. Jay-Z Camp reportedly gave him humanity. What is that word I can't pronounce? Humanity. Gave him humanity in exchange of wearing a body cam at those freak off parties. Man, so I'm reminded of Jay-Z and that TMZ. Cause the man over TMZ, he's a homosexual too, right? So you got Jay-Z and the guy over TMZ. See, I think the guy in TMZ, he been doing some dark shit too. Do y'all think the guy at TMZ, he's do dark stuff too? Press two if you think he doing dark stuff too. Why is he so aligned with Ray J and they got this dating show and they doing all this freaky stuff and after night and after dark? I don't know what going on. But Ray J is always in the mix, but they saying that he wore a wire for Jay-Z. Um and the body cam. This is what I'm getting from the insiders behind the scenes, y'all. What do y'all think about this? What do y'all think? What do y'all think? Yeah, humanity. That's what I'm saying. Okay, they said Diddy moved prison dates again. Jay-Z paid for Fort Dix Warren 2 million hush. I don't know what that means, but it says prison log shows Diddy arrival bumped from June to May the 28th. Same week, a $2 million donation lands in the church building fund, traceable to Jay-Z shell company. Now, did y'all know that? Did y'all hear about this? Does this sound correct to y'all? Press one if this sounds correct to y'all. What do y'all think? They are saying that Diddy moved prison dates again. Jay-Z paid Fort Dix Warren 2 million hush money. Prison log shows Diddy arrival bumped from June to May the 28th. Same week, how did they switch it over? How can it go from June to May 28th? Shit. Do they meant May to June? Because I don't understand that thing, but it says the same week a $2 million donation. All right. Don't know what that's about. All right. But people are saying they believe it. All right. Jay-Z master tapes and Diddy freaky magic vault. FBI can't find lock. So they are saying that do y'all believe that Jay-Z is a freak anyway? JG, he don't have a reputation of being a freak. I mean, I look at Jay-Z, I think of a businessman. I don't think of a freak. But do you think that Jay-Z is really that freaky? Press one if yes, he is a freak. Press nine if you don't see him as a freak, you see him as a businessman. And Satan, what he does, he deceives, right? On appearances. So I don't know, but he don't come out looking or lusting over women and stuff like that. He got a wife and he got kids. So I really don't see him as a freaky guy. But I do know they said that he locked him real young. Like, remember when he was trying to do Aaliyah and Foxy Brown? And I think, do he still have the urges to like young girls? Do you think that went away? Or do you think he still have urges and his urge to appetite to still be predatorial, Press three if you feel like his appetite for young girls, barely, that's 15, 16. His appetite for those girls are still in him. Or what, five if you feel like he's over that because he's married. Because when he was dating these 15, 16-year-old girl, he was a grown man. He was way in his grown age. So I don't know, honey. Jay-Z, Long Room. Okay, we got OG. Hey.
Hey, how you doing, Gigi?
Woo, girl, I'm glad you back, honey. They enjoyed you yesterday. All they talked about is OG. They love you, girl. What
Well,
we
I
want to
love
know what you
well,
got
I
to
love
say.
them too.
Yeah.
I love your chat. They smart. They be on it too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I think that Jay Z is a version of Diddy, with the exception of Jay Z is just covert with his right. He's more low key. He's more sneakier. He's more quieter in his moves that he make. And Diddy is more overt. Diddy is out there, want to be, out and open and want to be seen. And Jay Z is the opposite of that. But I believe that they are both dark triads.
Mm. That's why they worked together so well in the past. And Jay-Z, he has done a good do you think he have done a good job with trying to master this business identity versus being, a Diddy, another Diddy? OG, are you there? Child, I hope they didn't take her. Are you there? OG?
Can you hear me? Can you
Okay,
hear
I
me?
can hear you now. I can see they was trying to take you
Okay.
out.
Yeah, I'll be getting a call. I'm on my phone. I believe Jay Z is was more smarter in some ways, right, than Diddy with making certain moves, right? I think that, like I said, Jay Z is more covert with his. Diddy is more overt. Diddy loves the spotlight. He loves to be seen. He loves the attention. And Jay Z, not so much. It's hard to even get Jay Z to take a picture nowadays with fans and stuff like that. If you catch him, you might be lucky if you get one. He'll sign an autograph every blue moon, but Diddy is different.
Yeah.
Now,
Do
when
you,
you're talking about all these men, the pictures you got up there, Jay Z, Diddy, 50, like all these men are highly narcissistic, first of all. And I think that Diddy and Jay Z are dark triads, which means Machiavellianism, narcissism, and psychopathy, right? So when you look at the combination of those things and just how they have moved in the industry, just how they have been gatekeepers in the industry for so long, and how much power and resources and influence they have within the industry to be able to shut people down, blackball, blacklist, cut people off where they can't get other opportunities and gigs in the industry. And if you've known anything about other artists that have done interviews, have said the same thing that they're saying about Diddy, they said the same thing about Jay-Z. You got rappers that done did interviews and said Jay-Z was, stopping their bag. Jay-Z was, making phone calls or whatever it is that was stopping a lot of rappers. I think
and
he
you
was
know what else?
intimidated.
Sorry to
Mm-hmm.
cut you off, but do you notice they both like little people, pedos?
Oh yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, and the younger the better for a lot of them, especially Jay Z particularly, and that's why he's trying so hard to fight and not have him be exposed by that young man that say he's possibly his son, is because of the tie and the link that Jay
Oh
Z had
yeah.
to his mother. Jay Z was what, in his late 20s when that girl was 16 years old. I think he met her at 15. So he do not want to be looked at in that light. So when his attorneys come out and make that statement about, he got a daughter, 12, 13, and this and that, that's just all PR, because Jay-Z have had a history even before he became as big and famous as he is, with dating girls that were younger than him, and the majority of them does as well. Fat Joe has a reputation of it. Diddy had a reputation of it. They all pretty much do at some point in time. The only one that I haven't heard anything like that about is 50 Cent, because his baby mamas were around his same age long before he got famous and stuff. Actually, long before 50 got famous, he dated a goddaughter of mine that lives in New York. And it's funny because that picture was literally had to be in the late 70s, early 80s, when you take a picture with that big wicker chair at the club and you sitting in that big wicker chair. Do you know what I'm talking about? And there's a picture of them together on her Instagram.
Wow.
And it was long, long before he became who he is now. But when you look at the uh, pattern of men like them, particularly Diddy, all of these men have to have a history of being violent towards women,
Mm.
especially Diddy. And then I'll say Ray J, and even 50, right? Because it's a his baby's mama, the first baby mama, said some things about domestic violence
Yeah,
and
they all
all
the
of that stuff.
same to me.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
all
yes,
the
yeah,
same to me.
absolutely. And the
And they
thing
like the
is,
same girls. They like the same girls.
when they turn on each other, see, that's the thing about narcissistic people, right? They'll be the best of friends or the best of enemies. And like I said, once Diddy, Irv Gotti, and Jay blocked 50 Cent, it's on and popping forever with 50 as the any way he could come after them. And I'm not even being facetious by saying this, but look at the post that 50 made when Irv Gotti passed away. I,
Wow.
I don't know if y'all know. He had no sympathy, no empathy, right? For the man that blocked him, was one of the gatekeepers, in that situation. And even further down in what allegedly happened to 50 Cent getting pop out all the many times. That was
Wow.
through the grapevine in the music industry, right? So
Right.
when Irv Gotti passed away, he posted a tweet with no empathy, no mercy, no sympathy, no nothing. Because to him, in his mind, that's an enemy that's plucked off and gone and out the way. And that is their personality. They will not show that for each other. Now, Diddy and Jay-Z had a close relationship, right? Everybody know they on a bunch of pictures at a bunch of parties, giving a bunch of events. And then when Diddy gets in trouble, what does Jay-Z do?
He don't know that dude.
He don't know him. What did he literally come out and have his attorney make that statement? We were not good friends.
Right.
Really? You really? I don't know. These pictures and video footage and y'all going into business together saying something different.
Did you hear
So
what
they
Q
will,
said? Sorry to cut you off because I was reading that and I didn't understand it. But
what
maybe
he
you
say?
understand. They said Q swears Diddy slit a white bird over a 1999 Rockefeller contract to seal an oath, and Jay Z signed it in blood the very next morning, allegedly.
Allegedly, right. And that very well could be true. Nothing that, in that sense would surprise me because there is a certain part of, that culture in the industry that is definitely into satanic rituals or things of that nature. I'm even hearing that I even heard that Jay-Z was a Mason, a Freemason, like one of the highest. I think it's the 33rd degree. So when you hear these type of things, those type of organizations definitely are ritualistic. That you have levels and things you have to do to go to the next level, and they're very ritualistic when it comes to that. So if that's a thing, then this is what they say in the industry. And they will tell the youngins coming up, the young Justin Biebers, the young Ushers, that this is what happens, in the industry. This is what you got to do. This
Yeah,
is the
you want
price you
it
got to
bad
pay
enough,
if you want
right?
to be
You want it
famous.
bad enough. How bad do you want it? How bad do you
Exactly.
want it?
Exactly. You want to be famous? This is what you got to do. So now, the only difference is between Diddy, Jay-Z, and 50 is that 50 know about going through the back door, the back way around. He didn't buy into it with Diddy and Jay, so he created his own lane. Same as like DMX and the Rough Riders did, because they knew what was going on too. So if you don't sell yourself and busted wide open and things of that nature. It's harder to get in the industry, so you have to create your own lane, and that's what they did. But 50 is a type of person in his mind, he will never forgive or never forget what Diddy and Jay-Z did to him. You know what I'm saying? Like if they left this earth tomorrow, he'll feel the same way as he did when Irv Gotti, passed away. For no mercy, no empathy, no sympathy, because in their minds they are enemies for life.
Mm-hmm.
He'll get up on a panel and say, yeah, I think, hip hop, it made us, and it did put a scar on hip hop, and he wants to kind of, you know, regenerate, hip hop in a in a better light and a brighter light, and say, hey, this type of behavior has to stop, right? And I agree with that. And you ain't got to do this. Everybody don't have to do this and buy into this and sell their souls in order to be famous. That's the lane that 50 Cent is trying to create with what he's doing. Now it's alleged, I don't know how true it is, that they said that TP did a tweet or something and said that he thought that the documentary was good, but he just wished 50 would have shown more light of the good stuff that Diddy did to the community, for the community, instead of the bad stuff or something like that. And they said 50 tweeted back to some effect is, you would say that because you doing the same thing that Diddy is doing, only you doing it in film, acting in a film, and you next, or something to that. It says, I don't know how true that is, but I read something like that on social media. So, and 50 had no problem straight up telling people, what it is, how he feel. Even when him and Vivica was going back and forth, he's that guy. He's that major troll guy that's gonna tell you what it is and how he
Right.
feel. He's gonna drop breadcrumbs for you, and try to get you to figure out what he gonna do next.
Got now. So let's talk about the tape. Do you? They are saying that Diddy is caught on tape with Jay Z. Do you think that's true? Jay Z has. I mean, Ray J has came out and said that Diddy busted. You know what I'm saying? And I
Hmm.
don't know too many people that's just gonna be joking like that. But
Right.
Ray J have done a lot of things letting you know that
Yeah.
he's
He's
open minded to that.
Oh yeah. I mean, Ray J have given me those tendencies for a long time, that he have went both ways, right? And I do believe he was groomed at a young age. And I would say, if you guys think about it, anything is possible and true in the industry when it comes to that type of thing, because Diddy had every room in his house had video recordings in it. They
Hmm.
And think about it, even when they went in the house, right? When the FBI, Homeland Security, went in his home, all of them tapes and stuff they came out with, why that was never brought up in court. Think about this. Why they never charged him with with all of the paraphernalia they found in his home, and they never charged him for the weapons. Why is that? Because that was actually a part of the federal case. So think about that. And they said it was a bunch of tapes. So who is paying off who if there are tapes to keep this silent? And when you look at people like a Jay Z, who is allegedly a billionaire, if he is on anything discriminating, he gonna pay whatever price he can to keep that a secret, just like he doing in the court system, would keep from that young man ever finding out if he's really his father. But Jay Z knows there's a chance he could be that young man's father if he slept with his mother back then. All it
Yeah.
takes is one time. People like to say, "Oh well, he probably just hit and quit." That's all it takes is one time to
Mhm.
father a child. It was the same situation with Jay Z and the daughter that came forward, right? And she ended up doing the DNA ancestry from, I think, like a 23, and me, and all of her DNA matched with Jay Z's mom and all of that stuff. That's how that came up. Then it's alleged, you ain't heard nothing else from her, so it's alleged that she, got a little change and whatever, and now she then went back into seclusion. So, but for the reason, because Jay Z messed around with her mother, they were the same age during that time. They came up together in that era back in the 80s, 90s. But that young man's mother, Jay Z was a much older young man, and the mother was underage, so he don't want to look bad like that in people's eyes. And if that means denying someone that can possibly be his own child to put a spot, he wants everybody to think that Blue Ivy and the Kids by Beyonce is his only kids, it's his firstborn kids, when he was out here, being a community, D-slinger too, back in the 80s and 90s. you
Mm-hmm.
know so that would put a stain on and give people a different perception about Jay-Z, right? Because everybody know they, for the most part, other rappers and stuff and people in the business put him highly on a pedestal. So that God complex, that would make him fall down from that pedestal that everybody puts him on. So he will pay and do anything to fight to keep that from coming out. If you know that there's a possibility that you are not the father, you wouldn't have no problem taking that test. If you really want to know and believe if you the father or not, he don't want to know, but in his heart of hearts, he know there's a damn good chance he's that boy's father because he slept with his mama.
Mm-hmm.
And
Well,
that's just the mentality that they have with the God complexes. Just like even with Diddy, Diddy is still in all of this downfall he's experiencing, even in jail, he is still in his mind, still thinking he can come back and be on that pedestal that he once did. And that's just not true. But in his mind, the delusion of it, the narcissism of it, right? The Machiavellianism, the self-centeredness of it, thinks that he gonna bounce back from this. He gonna come back and he gonna come back strong and he gonna show everybody.
mhm.
That's just how warped his mind is. And he did a lot of things to keep from things being, held accountable for things. As look how many decades he got away with so much. But now it's a snowball effect. And Jay-Z is doing everything behind the scenes to keep that from happening to him. He don't want to be the next Diddy. I am very curious as to if they hung around each other, did business together, was that close of a friend, and in that industry, being around the women that they were being around, why does it seem like Jay-Z is so squeaky clean and he's not? It is people that know, right? It's people that know, and I believe it's people like Kanye West who also acquiesce into that lifestyle, that knows stuff on Jay-Z, that knew the stuff that he knew on Diddy because they was in Vegas doing stuff with they women, Diddy and Kanye. So I absolutely believe. And when the friendship broke up between Jay and Kanye, and Kanye, yeah, he said some crazy things just like Ray J, but pay attention to certain things he said that was actually true when he was talking about. I believe if anybody knows that Jay-Z got some hitters, it's Kanye. Why would he know that? Because obviously he witnessed or experienced or saw or heard something or was a part of it. Jay, don't send your hitters for me. Really?
Well, you know what? That's what's gonna be on them tapes. I believe if they got them tapes and Jay Z about to press 7, if y'all believe they got tapes on Jay Z too. Do you think that he just skated around and he was not on them tapes? Press 10 if you feel like he was smart. He ain't on them tapes, but I feel like if they got him on them tapes, they probably got him with young little girls. They probably got him with some boys too. Cause I don't know where the rumor come from. Gay Z. Have you ever heard people say Gay Z? I don't know where that come from.
Yes,
I
I,
don't
I
know
heard
nothing about him being gay.
I heard it. I heard
You heard
that
him being
saying.
gay?
Yeah, oh yeah. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I
Oh
never
yeah.
heard none of him being gay
I've heard of him being bi in the
or
industry,
being bi, being bi.
Yeah. And I mean, probably the best person. Well, she's a habitual liar too. But it again is certain things that I believe she said to be true because, like I said, even habitual liars is like a broke clock. They can be truthful twice a day, even though they broken. Right? We know a broke clock is right twice a day. So
Mm.
you talking about somebody that was once close and sleeping with Jay? That's Jaguar, right? So
Oh,
she knows some dirt on Jay. I truly believe that. So a lot of things she say, I believe absolutely are lies. But if you listen to a person that when they every time they tell a story and that story is the same story, she never went out of one iota on that story about Jay. That's why I believe it's true. Now, everything else, she's backpedaled, changed, flipped the switch. But the story about her relationship with Jay, not one iota she's ever changed. Every time, no matter whose platform she's gotten on. And if anybody know him on a personable level in that way, it's her because she was sleeping with him.
shut what? Nah, I know you lying.
Yes.
I don't believe that.
Oh, yeah, she was.
Hold on. You gotta say that plain. What?
She was. Again,
Who is she?
very
Who is she? I gotta
Jay
go.
Z. Jay Z is very covertly, but I'm
I said,
telling you,
who is
I
sleeping with
believe in my heart and hearts, and I'm going to say this too. From just when Jag and I were friends before we fell out, I saw some intimate pictures of her and Jay that they look more than like just cool with each other, and she sang on his song, and she hung out at the 4040 with him back in the day. I saw some pictures but they look more charmier than just a fellow artists. Okay,
Oh wow.
so I'm gonna just say that. That's why I do, and I listen to Jag. I know when Jag, for the most part, is lying, and I know when she telling the truth. And ever since I met her, that story about Jay has been the same. She has not changed it one iota. That's why I believe it. Now she done changed a lot of other stories and stuff about pictures and video or where she was or who did this and the story with being a saver of these victims of Diddy, like that. All those are lies. She's lied. She's lied about that, but she never changed the story she told about her experience with Jay-Z.
Oh
That's
wow.
why I believe that to be true.
Whew.
And if I had not seen pictures for myself, I would not have known that her and Jay was like really close like that. But when you look at it again, Jay is so sneaky and slick with his. He's a covert narcissist, and they move differently. They will do things on the low end and stuff like that. And you got to look at the history between Jag and Jay is because Jay played a big part in getting Jag blacklisted. See, people
Wow.
don't know that either.
No, didn't know that.
So
Jaguar, you
yeah,
right. You talking about.
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And even though I was in a different sector than they were, I was always a fan of course, hip hop and neo soul. So that's in the neo soul movement is when I really start following Jag and getting her career. She and I both know Music Soul Child. You know what I mean? We know a lot of the same people in the industry. She background sing for Al Green. My girlfriend has a son by Al Green. So I was always around that part in the industry, right? So you will always hear rumors and stuff like that. And like I said, had I not seen certain intimate pictures that she has on her phone, which is the same phone that the police confiscated. So I don't even think she'll ever get that phone back. And it had those pictures on there. And I saw her more than one, more than two, more than three pictures of her and Jay.
Wow. I
So,
believe you. I
and her
believe
and
you.
Jay and other people, I won't call their names, but yeah. So I definitely believe that there's something there because she has been adamant about coming after Jay ever since she got on this app. Like her main focus for a long time was Jay Z. wanting to get some type of revenge on Jay-Z. So I absolutely believe that there was definitely something there. And
Yeah.
the record label that she was on that was bought out by another record label, Jay-Z bought that record label to stop her stuff from coming out.
Shut
And
up.
that is the truth, y'all. Not and I listen, I don't fuck with Jag no more. I know Jag is a narcissist and a liar, but I am telling you what I know.
Right.
And all you gotta do is look into it.
Hmm.
So Jay-Z had that type of power. You hear that former rapper Cassidy get on. I think he was on the Breakfast Club and a couple of other interviews. He talked about how Jay-Z blocked him.
Wow.
So it's real, and it's happened. And I do believe all of these men in power in the industry, these executives, were definitely all backdooring each other. So in order for Jay and Diddy to have the power that they had to be able to blacklist somebody, that had to come from permission from a higher up in the industry, right? And everybody knows and believes that where Diddy got his higher power from, which is a man with the last name Davis, right? So
Clyde
yeah,
Davis.
yes, yeah. So look at the pattern, look at the behavior, and they both behave the same way. And 50 is trying to come in and say, no more gatekeepers. We're
Hmm.
gonna expose you gatekeepers. If I can get any dirt I can get, if even if I have to pay somebody to get it, right? Because we know that Netflix had to pay that videographer to get that footage of Diddy, right?
Right.
I'm going to expose it because no more gatekeeping is going to go on in particularly in hip hop, right?
Yeah.
So when you are considered the Ray J's of the world, you like the hanger-ons, right? You
Mm.
kind of like the hanger-ons because you grew up in the industry. Ray J is not well known for being an artist, even though he got some talent. I think he had one kind of like minor hit. It did okay with the one with him and Lil Kim. Lil Kim is rapping on it. I actually like that song by Ray
Yeah,
J.
but he not no artist. He should not.
But
If we were up in real talent, Ray J should not be famous. But maybe he did a lot of hocus pocus and taking out Whitney Houston allegedly and doing some stuff for the industry. That's what got him here.
yeah, and I believe he'll never. I believe he'll die on that hill. He'll go to his grave and never tell nobody. I really do about the Whitney situation. We will. I don't think if it had to come from Ray J, we never gonna know because he's never gonna be truthful. And
Mm-hmm.
he was known to be that running man in the industry. Run and get this package for me. Run and get that. Yeah, he was that guy too.
Mm-hmm.
So,
He
and a
wanted.
lot of these women come from in that industry where they did get passed around, from one guy to another.
Right.
Some of them did. I mean, Daphne Joy, Princess Love, all of those women were around when I lived in Vegas. And I used to go to because I have a girlfriend that is the personal chef to Floyd Mayweather. And I met Floyd Mayweather, his mother, his father, and he would give these parties, right? And all those women were there then, and that's all they did was pass them around. When Floyd get done with one or whatever, and some of them were strippers, some of them were in the porn. And all they do is pass them to the next one, pretty much, right? So
Mm-hmm.
this is what happens, and they'll tell you, well, if you want it, this is what you got to deal with to be famous. You want it. This is what you got to deal with. But see, they don't care about their artists becoming famous. They just want to get rich off their artists. The artists can be famous all they want, but the Diddy's and the Jay-Z's, they want to be rich. So
Yeah, I
that's the
want to
difference.
capitalize.
I'm gonna make you famous, but I'm gonna be rich.
You know,
Oh
capitalize
no!
off
How
of
about
you.
we switch? How about we switch the chairs? You know, the same that scene that Most Def did in that Etta James by when he told him, say, "I'm gonna make you famous and I'm gonna be rich." He said, "What? Well, that don't sound right." He said, "Wait, man, you sit over here in the famous chair, and I sit in the rich chair." You feel me? So that's what they tell you. They, oh, you want fame, but they don't talk about the richest part. And they know majority of these artists that come in the industry come from poor urban neighborhoods and backgrounds. They don't have no knowledge of the music industry about publishing. They have no financial literacy background where they can cross all T's and dot all I's. They just excited to be on that label. Where do I sign? And they sign in a bogus 360 deal. It happens to a lot of them. And then you wonder, they done sold millions and millions of records, but then they file in bankruptcy in 2 years, 3 years, 5 years. You be like, well, God damn, they made millions. They sold this late album went platinum. This album went platinum. So
Right.
who pocketed all that money? And you got to be careful too with the what they the upfront money that they give you up front, because that's actually in your budget too. Don't think they just giving you that money. That money comes out of your budget. And when you think you get in the clear with that, they be like, no, we got to take away for your tour, your video shoot, hair, makeup, wardrobe, your dancers, the lighting guy, the sound guy. We got to take all that out that we gave you up front.
Yeah. And hold on, because I got something to say to you, Aubrey. I see you in the comments, Aubrey. Aubrey gonna talk about some, oh, now that Ray J has trolled everybody, now he's on a tape with Diddy. Yes, and that ain't not a troll. That is a confession, baby. Okay? See, you think it's a troll, but honey, that is a confession. Ray J been one, I wanna be down. He been wanting to be down with the Diddies of the world, with the Clyde Davis of the world. Ain't Clive Davis gay? Is he gay or he bi? Whatever y'all want to call it. Is he gay? OG?
Well, he wrote in his book that he was bi, right? Because we know he was married and have
Okay.
children, right? When he
Okay.
first
Well,
started out.
he liked to be with other men. And
But now
honey,
I
let me
think
tell.
he's exclusively living a gay life now
Well, let me
because, of
tell you
course,
about it. Let me tell you about it real quick, Arby.
okay.
What I know about these white men in Hollywood and all over the world, they love dark meat, dark young meat. Okay, and honey, they was into them drugs. That's how they get you. Hey, let's get high. Once you guys get high, they gonna trick or treat on your thigh, and who knows what's gonna come next? You want some money? Okay, well, pose for me, bend it over, spread that meat. Let me just taste it. You know, they're gonna do a whole and he got turned out. And that was just his confession, honey. So that's the real deal. And they say that you don't think Ray J been at them damn Diddy parties, huh? Ray J is like to party. I don't know what happened with him and Princess, but clearly he don't want to be with no woman. And you know they said Princess, you know, she's a good ass beard because she used to be with Floyd Mayweather. And you know he got all them damn purses and he loved to beat on women. You know what they say with the men that love to beat on women, they got all types of women. They really a man. They really want to be with a man.
Yeah,
They
I
really
do
sleep with a
think
man.
that
So,
when they
you know,
violent,
look,
yeah.
these down low dudes. Okay, if I'm a down low man and I got a good beard and I don't want this bitch, but she can keep the secrets and she pretty, you know, she good. Why wouldn't I give this to my other down low homeboy? Yeah, let me use that beard shit for my cover up. Well, I'll go ahead
Well,
and
look,
put on my
look how long Will and Jada been bearding.
yeah, that part.
They until they really got exposed, coming out for being both of them being bi. They have been being bearded. If
Yeah,
you that for decades.
right. So Arby, whatever your name is, Ray J was at those parties, freaking busting it open too. He was jealous of Usher. He wanted that attention Usher and Justin Bieber got because Ray J don't got no motherfucking talent, but he want to be famous, so he's gonna do whatever he gotta do to get there. And he wants to stay there. He wants to be influenced. He want to be, honey. he he on them videotapes too, and they said he got a USB of some called booty juice, body juice, some type of juice. Okay.
Oh Lord.
Oh yeah, let me read it. Let me read it because I'm starting to get a lot of stuff from behind the scenes, honey. They said right here, sources inside Homeland Security says Ray J delivered a USB labeled body juice. The same night Diddy prison date mysteriously moved again. Okay, and I have so many documents that are coming to me secretly that I haven't even exposed. And a lot of mother effers throughout the years have get me to try to speak or go against this person or that person. And in the past, I always not said, no, I'm not doing that. You're not going to use me as your mouthpiece because celebrities do it all the time. And people in the industry, when you have a YouTube platform, they will use you as a mouthpiece. And I decided not to. But recently, I decided, come on, give me some of that shit. I'm going to have to say something now. So, yeah.
So are you actually saying now that Ray J has come out and said, that he got bust wide open? He also is saying he's on a Diddy tape.
No, he didn't say he was on a Diddy tape. This is what people are saying behind the scenes.
Oh, okay. Okay.
He have not confessed that yet, but I won't be surprised if he do it in a joking way, trying to make you seem like it's not true, but it's true. People do it all the time. They joke about something, but it's truth in the joke. You never heard that
Yeah.
it's truth in the joke that they tell?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
People talk shit
Like
about you and they be like, "Oh girl, I was just joking. I don't feel that way." Yes, they do.
right.
Yes, they do.
Exactly. But they really mean that shit. Yeah.
Okay,
But
and men, hold on, OG. You know how to download men? They'll slap another man on the butt, you know what I'm saying? Or try to wrestle them down and try to touch certain place. Oh, dog, I was just joking with you. I ain't like that for real. Yes, they is. So
or
people
if they want to be with their guy friends more than they do their woman or their wife. If they hanging out more with their guy friends than they are their wife, you better be sus of that too. I told you that a lot of these, narcissistic BL men are all, a lot of them are on the down low, and they are using the women and the wives as like you said, as the beards. And but they hang out more with the guy friends. They go places more. They go on trips. Talking about we gonna have a bro trip. We all gonna go to the Vegas for a bro trip, or we all going to make whatever it is, right?
yeah, they
You have to
like
be
the
careful of that.
company of a man more than they like the company of their girl.
That's why I said
They just want
psychologically gay.
Yeah, they just want you to cook and clean and have their babies and then shut up.
Yeah, a lot of them are definitely DL for sure. I think you'd be surprised if you really knew, how
Yeah,
many,
they'll
if it
be
ever like,
surprised. I'm not gonna be surprised.
I wouldn't either. I will say, like I said, I was a little surprised about the Anthony Geary because I never saw him in that light. All the years he was on the soap opera. So now he's deceased, and it's like what he was living over in. I said Australia, yeah, but I think it was Amsterdam. He was living over there with his husband all those years. It's like, oh, okay, because it actually is more acceptable over there in Amsterdam. So I could
Yeah, it's
see that.
probably more white people. But I act
Oh yeah,
surprised. I act surprised because I love acting. I love to act like I'm surprised. But that's about
right.
it.
Yeah, but like I said yesterday, I think that that has been bothering Ray J mentally for a long time. That's probably why he's been spazzing out and saying crazy stuff and doing. I believe he's having mental breakdowns, literally on camera in front of our faces, and saying some wild, outlandish things. But I think he been wanting to get that out, and it probably took him a long time. And he just said, I'm gonna let it out because I've been struggling." Listen, men struggle with that. They struggle with it. They struggle with the
Yeah, yeah, they struggle with that.
sexuality of it when they have been tampered with. And that's just the truth.
Yeah, he said he had to boo boo on his ass haven't been right ever since. And
Mm,
he have hemorrhoids down there, up there, and is running. So I don't know what else he's taking.
I could believe that. And I had a girlfriend that worked in the hotel industry, and she used to talk about how disgusting, the men would leave the hotels and the beds and the towels and shit. Sometimes it was like, ugh. But yeah, I can only imagine,
Yeah.
you know.
This
But just like that psychopath, Michael Jeffries, the CEO of Abercrombie and Fish, that's why he was making the guys that they were drugging. He was giving them enemas so that they can clean themselves out before they did those young men in. Those, and some of them were underage. The guys that wanted to be models and stuff like that, that they as traffic it, as well.
I
And
told you
now,
they like them young, especially the
oh
white
yeah.
ones. They love black meat. They love black, and I know they had a piece of Meek Mills. And just like how Meek Mills, you heard that audio when Diddy was busting him down, and I'm sure them white men had a time with Meek Mills too, and they had a time with Little Baby, and they had a time with Ray J too. Okay, they like them all. They like a variety, honey. So
Well,
believe
when
what
you
you want
see
to believe.
when I saw Meek Mills playing tennis with the white guys and losing that bet, and they making him hop like a bunny, yeah, I knew something was shaky then. I was like, okay,
What black
wow.
straight man hopping like a damn bunny for white men on TV?
I was like, what talking about? Oh, that was because I lost the bet. And they're making you hop like a bunny.
And can I tell you something? A real download man ain't gonna do no shit like that. A real download man is always gonna keep his reputation as a man. So they're getting a little bit too comfortable. That lets me know they've been doing it a long time. That lets me they too fucking comfortable. That lets me know that the white man has been in their ear talking about this shit is cool. This is cool.
Well, I can tell you, I bet you Meek Mills is happy now that the attention is not on him anymore, and it's on Diddy and other people and other things now because yeah, social media was dragging him for filth for a long time regarding that when they saw them dressed alike and him hopping like a bunny rabbit and being
Uh-huh.
around a certain, yeah. I know he glad now that the
Yeah.
spotlight ain't on him no more.
Stevie says, "Do I think Ray is trolling?" No, he is. Can't you do? Can't you? Can it be true at both at the same time? It could be he was trolling, but at the same time he was telling the truth. He was being honest that he's not a virgin in his hole, and Diddy did bust him down. He was very attractive when he was young, and he's very hungry for attention. He wants to be accepted. He's hanging out with Clive Davis with his bisexual ass. You know, Clive Davis want a piece of that chocolate meat. And Ray J, he's doing Clive Davis errand, taking out a black woman. Ray J been hating black women, hell. And that's why he was about to kill his wife recently. You ain't see that shit? Oh, you think that shit is trolling too? OG, do you think that
I,
was trolling when he pulled a gun out on his alleged wife or ex-wife in front,
no,
and then
I
the
think
kids were in the same house? Honey, girl, is that trolling too?
I think between the alcohol and the anger that he has for Princess Love,
And the
actually,
drugs, and the
a-
drugs.
yeah, and actually, I think his resentment and anger first starts with his mom, with Sonia. I'm just gonna be honest because I think because she gave Brandy more attention and concentrated more on making Brandy the star first, he kind of felt
But
neglected.
he don't
I
have
think
no
he
talent, girl. What
yeah,
what is his
no, no, no.
talent?
Listen. It doesn't stop him from feeling neglected and abandoned to a certain extent, right? I think so. I think he resented his mom for that. And I think that that's where it starts with Ray J with women. It 9 times out of 10, it always goes back to the woman that raised you, whether it's the mother, the grandmother, or whoever. The anger usually starts with that person first, that woman first in a man's life that has a disdain for women and has a tendency to be a womanizer and an abuser of women, getting into a lot of domestic violence situations. Same thing with Diddy. His mother helped mold the person that he is. So he highly resented her.
Yeah. They said Diddy mama was a prostitute and she would have men all up in the house just dogging her out, and Puffy was watching that, just taking that. Yeah. And then that's when
Yeah,
she started kissing him in his mouth as a kid. Now, why you doing all you got all those men things woods in your mouth and you want to kiss? Man, throw them lips away. Put them lips in the damn garbage can. Why you want to kiss your son with them same? I mean, you making him a dick sucker by default because now you've been doing that and you gonna kiss your son in the mouth. I mean, he been. Come on now, but that's
yeah,
what you
and like his childhood friend said in that documentary, he was exposed to a lot of things a child shouldn't have been exposed to. So
same with
imagine a
R.
child.
Kelly, right? Same with R. Kelly.
Yeah, absolutely. Imagine seeing all that stuff and experiencing that stuff, and somebody could have touched him during that time. Man, I believe he was touched by a man for sure, but he probably was also touched by a woman as well. But I definitely believe that Diddy was touched by a man. I don't know if it happened to him when he was away in that all boys school, because when you go tend to go to away to all boy, all girl school, they usually experiment on each other with the homosexual activity or the lesbian activity. When you in an all girl, I've known that to have happened to people that I've known that went to all girls schools or all boys school. They tend to have had that type of experience. So if it didn't happen to him being around his mom, I believe at some point when he was in school at the all boys school, I believe he may have experienced something there as well. But I definitely believe that some actual molestation went on with him for
Mm-hmm.
sure. And being exposed to that, your brain is not fully developed as a child, so your brain starts to compartmentalizes things, because you
Yeah.
trying to store this shock and experience of experiencing something and don't know what to do with those feelings. And then imagine being touched by somebody when you a kid and they're
Well,
adult,
hold on.
especially.
Let's watch our language. We don't go too far. But yeah, I hear what you're saying.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm saying touch, with by somebody that you liked or trust or loved, and then you looking at them differently now.
yeah.
So a lot of
Whew.
anger, resentment, I believe Diddy has for his mother. I believe it starts with Ray J with his mom as well.
Yeah. Yep. It's
Yeah.
so sad. Whew. Well, honey, that is the thing. Ray J has came out and said what he said about Diddy and him getting it on. And I believe that he probably went back for round two, three, and four, and different individuals too, because I don't think that he want to be with no woman. Princess is so pretty. She's so beautiful. What straight man would not want to sit down with her and build with her and just build a life? And she's so submissive and she'll listen and she give you beautiful kids. What else do you want? You got your career, a beautiful girl, and I mean, what else do you want? He don't want no woman. So, honey, well, look, we gotta end it here. I may come back later on tonight. Y'all know I got several different channels I gotta tend to. OGs, thank you so much for coming on down and
You're welcome,
telling us
darling.
how you really feel about this. All
You're welcome. All right, talk to you later.
Talk to you later. All right, y'all. So I didn't get a chance to bring up the other YouTuber. I wanted to go downtown and look at his stuff, but I didn't get a chance, so I have to do it later on. But I would love for y'all to react and come up here like, oh gee, did y'all enjoy this commentary? Did y'all enjoy me putting my mouth on this topic? Press 2 if you enjoyed me putting my mouth on this topic. Okay. And press 7 if you want me to talk more about this Diddy stuff too. Okay. Man, it's so much to unpack, right? Just when you thought it was over, boom. Back at it again, baby. Back at it again. All right. All right. Well, make sure you guys like this video. Make sure you guys share. I appreciate you guys for spending time with me. I really appreciate that. And I will see y'all on the next video. Bye.